Good evening and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Moda chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not a subscriber, you can say hi, use other people's emotes, or remain a lurker and not say anything. Shout outs to Harold for throwing emotes in before we even started throwing in his emotes as well. I hope you're all doing well out there on the internet. Lashbrook's here throwing in the emotes. Welcome, Lashbrook. We're going to wait here in the intro portion, allow some people to be fashionably late for the stream. I'm going to fix my glasses because they were sliding down my face a little bit. It's a Saturday night. I'm here to finish up this kit, the Wing Gundam Sky Zero. You can see right there, high grade. I finished the upper portion of the kit. I finished the legs. Now what I have to do is the waist, and then the backpack, and then the shield and the gun. None of which are difficult. We should be able to finish that up. And then also show you the bird form, because the bird is, of course, the word. Hey, Epic Open World, welcome. Happy to have you here. As always, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I got some stuff to work on here to finish up. But this won't be like, this will be, I believe, the whole stream. I think we'll finish this up tonight. I do know what kit we'll be building next, and then also a reminder to folks, not necessarily a reminder, just letting you know, that Monday is Valentine's Day, and I will be streaming as always on a Monday, and I'll be working on a Lego set that is Valentine's Day themed. I like to do the holiday themed kits now and again. So we'll be doing a Valentine's Day Lego, which shouldn't take the whole stream. So then we'll like continue on what we're doing or start a new kit, whichever happens. I don't know if we're going to get into the Helios high grade, which we'll be working on next. Another Gundam Breaker Battle Log. I think I have 3 Gundam Breaker Battle Log kits left to build once we finish the Sky Zero. And then I will have completed every high grade in this line. And I guess I'll mix and match them either as a YouTube video or I don't think I'll do it as a stream. I think I'm just gonna do it as a YouTube video because I'm gonna have to do a lot of cutting and editing in the downtime. But I'll do like all the kit bashes they suggest. Like this one suggests I kit bash. Let's see what it wants me to do. I don't remember. What do you want me to do on this one? They wanted me to. Oh, I take the weapons and backpack from the Burning Gundam. I put the arms of the Blazing Gundam, should say, the Wing Zero's head, the ground urban combat types arms, and then the chest of the Astray Red Frame inversion. Like, okay, it looks kind of cool what they want me to build. I guess I'll do that next. Yeah, I'll go through and build all those. Tonight's agenda, because it's fun to talk about our game plan. We'll be discussing the Daily Dwarf, which was the week-long daily video series that I did Monday through Friday. I'll talk a bit about that and my thoughts. We will talk about a thing I watched last night as my chill Friday night evening, which was checking out the Twitch channel Old Timey Computer Show. And I watched most of the 1999 Webby Awards hosted by Mark Maron. And then maybe I'll talk about a cooking experiment I did this week. I did made my own recipe for tater tot casserole, a dish I've never prepared before. Made that up. And then once we actually get into things, we will be talking about probably the biggest topic of discussion, which is the fact that I bought a gaming PC last night, last night, whatever. After thinking about it for a couple days, I pulled the trigger and used the tax return money that I have coming to me and got myself an epic gamer rig. Not really, it's not epic, but we'll talk about all that. It's fucking so much better than what I have. John says, I fixed my PC so I don't have to worry about an upgrade, which I was looking at doing what you did. Nice. Also, hi, John. All right, I'm going to retweet my tweet, or reply to my tweet, I should say. See if we can get a few more friends to join us tonight. Come on in. On in. Just right. Come on in. Come on in. Well, maybe we can get a few more friends to join us tonight. I don't know. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right, and let's go to the overhead. Boom, overhead. Done. Great. Yeah. All right. Was a builder right there. Great. So you can see we have the upper portion of our kit completed. We have the legs completed. We're going to be building the waist of our kit, and then we'll be rolling like in the side skirts. Put our Pat has a 3090 in his computer and can run games at 3,000 FPS. Um, Harold says, "Don't get me started, Epic. They're on my shit list." Well, all right, okay, I understand, Harold. We shouldn't be bringing them up today. Um, so yeah, I bought a computer. Um, I got a deal on it. It was on sale, and the sale was ending. Now, who knows when that sale's really going to end? But it did say it was ending, and it was a good price for what I wanted to do. Here's the thing, right? There are discords you can join where they'll ping you when object items you want are on sale in stores. You can do all that. You can use PC Part Picker and build your thing and go for all of that and get alerts. You know, I can have a bunch of different stuff and all that. I have a 3000 series in my PC. Use it to emulate SNES games. Nice. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, right? You can go that road. The computer that I'm currently talking to you on is a build that I did on stream. My previous computer was definitely on its last legs. The graphics card that I now have was in that one and was like doing all right, but it was time. Like I was upgrading my streaming. I was gonna get into. I could do an unbox stream, I guess, from John. I could do that. Um, yeah, I certainly could. You know what I don't have in this house is a tripod. So I would. Ooh, this table is in the way. I would have to. Oh, now that how is that worse? No. Yeah. Yeah. What? What are you doing here? How about if I do that? Nope. That's even worse. How about if we go over there? Why is this cable just being a jerk? Why is it being a jerk, folks? Hold on. Let me try this. Let me do that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that was being weird, but it was. So I don't have a tall tripod in this house for because if I was unboxing, I would have to like I could put it here, but I would need this camera to be higher. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do an unboxing. Maybe with my phone, I'll like show it off. I might do a YouTube video. It won't be like a stream unboxing, but I might do a YouTube video talking about the computer. So anyway, the computer I have here, I built on stream. I think I had like forgot to plug in a couple cables, so it didn't post the first time. Makes sense with camera logistics. Yeah, it's just not. I don't think logistic wise it would work. But anyway, I'm happy to build PCs. I've built 4 of them in the past like whatever many years, and I'm fairly comfortable in doing it. The issue that I would run into now is obviously getting that equipment. And here's the thing, right? I got a 2060 in this thing, this new one. I'm getting a 2060. And you're like, Pat, that 2060, that's nowhere near top of the line. And you're right, but I don't play top of the line shit. But my motherboard, my current motherboard right now, is below minimum specs for a game that I was looking at. And I was like, that's just going to keep fucking happening, isn't it? And it is. That's just going to keep happening. 2060 still runs games great and is still really expensive. Indeed, Epic Open World. It's still expensive. But my graphics card that I have right now, it's a 970. It's a 970, which is great. But that's still not like, that's still not going to really cut it in the future. I needed to upgrade, not my motherboard, I should say, my processor. I was going to have to start looking at getting something new anyway. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I could go down the pre-built road, or I could build a PC, but like, who knows when I'd be done building that PC once I get all the parts. And then when I start looking at like, as Epic World says, Epic Open World, I should say, once I start getting like pricing, like the motherboard, and let me get the chip, and let me get the graphics card. And even if I built in this case, which is, you know, I should point this out, folks. This case got a little banged up getting here from New York, because I did mail it from New York. Um, so I was like, that doesn't feel like something I want to do. I don't really want to like keep this case around and build a new thing in this. Um, I think I'd much prefer to like, yeah, let me like price out a computer and see how we're feeling about that. Um, yeah, I don't have time to sit on a bunch of discords to get the right components I want. Just find a good pre-built company you like. Yeah, so I did the research on this pre-built. Now, did I buy this kit or this pre-built via Newegg? Yes. Is Newegg currently in a bit of hot water with their returns department? Yes. But this kit is not a open box. It's not a refurbished. Or that kit, the computer, the pre-built that I bought is new. And I've done the research about the company and that I got it from and who's putting it together. I already know some fun stuff about this. Like occasionally this company forgets to include the document, like the paper document of your Windows 10 activation code. And not all the time, but sometimes they just forget to include it. Now, they can look it up for you. You can call them and take care of it. Or there's a command line that you can enter. And I know the command line. I have it written down what the command line is, so I can add that like that. So it's just like, okay. Another thing. There is 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. A lot of them are baked into the BIOS now, right? That's also possible, John. But like I said, there's a command line prompt that I can just type in, and this will come up. So I will do that if they don't include it. Yeah, this is 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and according to reviews, I'm going to need to fiddle to get the 3,000 megahertz. That when it comes, it's not set at 3,000, but I know how to unlock that. And I could do it through software and not even have to go in through the BIOS. But that is well documented by numerous people of like, hey, you're going to come across this thing. This is what's happening. Here's how you fix that if this happens. So I'm like, great. It is an Intel i7 10700F. That is the code there for the Intel i7. RTX 2060, as I said, 16 gigabytes DDR4, Intel B560, that is the motherboard, 512 gigabytes SSD, and of course, in the Deep Cool Matrix 50 case, Matrix, not Matrix, Matrix, MATREXX 50 case, which seems to be a very nice case. It does have 4 fans, 3 front fans, 1 rear fan. The top does have ventilation. I could put it looks like there's room to put a radiator up there if I wanted to. And as John asked, and I was about to say, all those fans and the cooler for the for my CPU cooler all have RGB bullshit. And it does have a glass panel that I will have to. My hope is that I can put them to a very mellow white, or a very pale yellow or something, so it won't be obtrusive. So I know RGB is a meme, but the first time I had to defuse a bomb in a game, my whole computer blinked red. It freaked me out in a good way. Yeah, John, I definitely don't want. I don't want to be freaked out in a good way. I don't want to be freaked out, period. I'm honestly considering setting up my computer. Now, I shouldn't set up my computer so that I'm facing the other side, or the other side is facing me, so I don't even look through the glass, because that means that all the exterior fan would be pointing at me, and I don't, or towards like the computer or the monitors, So I'm like, I might set it up that way so I can't see all the bullshit. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. It depends on how far away I can keep this computer. I will say this. Um, the graphics card is going to be now that you mention it, the glass side of my case points away from me since I moved. Yeah, see, there you go. That is honestly the solution, because some stuff will escape out of the back, but hopefully won't be too much. And I don't know if the back fan is RGB. I imagine it is, so I might have to still fiddle with that. The graphics card is 2 display out and HDMI out, so I can do 3 monitors. I have to have I've purchased from Amazon display, highly rated display to DVI, so that I can continue to use my DVI cables, and I'll just plug them into those display adapters, and that'll work out fine for me and allow me to plug those in and keep my computer, a decent clip away from like my microphone. So I am excited about that, because here I could put the computer on the floor and it wouldn't be a problem. But in the bedroom, where I most of the time am streaming outside of like this particular month and a half, I certainly can't do that. I can't put it on the floor because it's carpet in there. I'm not going to put my PC on a carpet. And I have like maybe, depending on how big it is, I could put it on like a small little table, but I'm afraid that I don't know if it would fit under there. We'll have to see. So I'll probably do like an unboxing video, or like a setup, like a computer setup video, and show you when it's set up, and just put that on YouTube. Again, it is a pre-built that I got through Newegg, but it is not pre-owned. It looks pretty good. Reviews seemed good. I read reviews on multiple sites, and I was happy with those reviews. And as I said, it was free shipping from Newegg. I believe Thursday is the day that I will be receiving this my gaming PC. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Let me double check. The first time I went to purchase it, wow, my PC is out of stock. I got it. Not only the sale is still up, even though it said the sale was going to end, but it is out of stock. So I maybe got the last one, or I was talking about enough that other people went and looked at it. I don't know. But yeah, my particular computer is currently out of stock from Newegg. It may be available other places, but let me just go into my order history here and see. Yeah, come on. Doesn't leave me signed in all the time. Let's see here. Okay, estimated to ship on. Oh, it's estimated to ship on Monday, so then I theoretically will have it on Thursday, it sounds like. But also, who knows, that could be a week later, or whatever. Oh, my Fractal. I'm just looking at old shit that I purchased from Newegg back ways back. My Fractal design was a silent PC case. It was a mid tower. Yeah, that Fractal Define was really nice. That was 2011 was that PC case. It is fun to go through like my Amazon stuff and just look at like components I bought on Amazon and Newegg when I was building my previous PCs. That's just fun for me to kind of check out. But yeah, that's what I got. I got myself a gaming PC that I will be using for streaming, obviously, so that I don't have like encoding issues when I am recording locally and streaming a game. I don't want to run into problems. Like I said, Model Builder is the name of a game that I haven't checked out yet. Ooh, that's the wrong thing. That's the old feet. So we don't need that. Model Kit Builder is a thing that I haven't picked up yet because thank you, Aristofan. And also, hey, welcome. Yeah, I haven't checked out Model Builder yet because there were some issues that came out on Tuesday, but they were like having to optimize for their minimum spec, and my CPU was below that minimum spec, and I was like, I'm definitely not going to pick that up. Now, I've heard mixed things about it anyway, but I was like, it's one of those things where like, look, I didn't spend a whole lot of fucking money just to play a $20 game, but also there are going to be other games, and it's only going to get worse when I run into stuff. And I should say this: I haven't said this yet out loud, but I should say this. The current PC that I'm using with with other person's monitor and such is going to go to a relative who is in driving distance. She's going to come pick it up, and I'll clean it up. I'm going to take the external hard drive that's in here out. I'm going to put a new new internal, I should say, not external, her new internal for storage. I'm going to keep the SSD that's on here, but wipe it for her, and we'll do a fresh install. She doesn't need Windows 11. Mine's Windows 10 right now, but I can get an upgrade for free at some point. But I'm not eligible for that upgrade yet or whatever. Not that I'm like definitely doing that, but yeah, she doesn't need Windows 11. Which this machine right now, the motherboard is not like on the list, so I can't even do it. So I was like, well, that's fine. But yeah, she right now has a laptop that is very fucking old. That she has like plugged into a monitor and has like a keyboard and a mouse. Yakuza Like a Dragon 2 needs to look run great for you, Pat, because Ichiban deserves that. Yes, I also deserve that, but yes. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't play, like I said, I play some games that are modern and new, but I'm not, my monitors are all 1080p. I use two DVI cables and an HDMI cable to plug into my current one. I'm going to switch from that to display, two DVI and one HDMI cable. Like, I don't need it to be incredible. I stream at 30 frames, like it's okay. We're almost body complete here. We are body complete now. All we have to do now is put on the back. We have to build a backpack and some weapons. We're making good progress here on this. So yeah, I'm excited. As always, I'm always excited about having like a fast computer that does things and isn't slow. Also, because I'm going to be taking the internal, my big SSD, my big hard drive that's in here, HDD, I can transfer stuff that I need onto that's on this thing before I wipe it, so I don't have to like get out the USB and transfer between two computers. The things I'm like not worried about, like I know how to transfer a profile from one thing to another, like I should be able to get OBS up and running and all my settings transferred over very quickly. And so that'll be good. And like, I don't have to like, I don't have to like tweak anything. I still have to keep my like local files like kind of low, not low quality, but lower end quality, because my upload speed is so bad that if I'm uploading a 2-hour video 4 times a week, I need it to, run, be pretty zippy. It already is it takes way longer than I would like, because I still remember when I had FiOS. Oh, my FiOS, my year and a half of FiOS was the best. Totally worth it. I wish I had gotten it sooner. Oh, I miss my upload speeds were so fast that for YouTube, like I would be uploading like a 4 gig version, like 4 gig file of my stream, like the archive of my stream. I would upload it, and the thing that would like kick up would be like I would then try to like post a photo, and it would be like okay, you're good. Like by the time it was done uploading, it hadn't begun to process anything, because when you're uploading to YouTube, it's starting to process the videos once at a certain percent of upload, so that way like it actually jumps from SD to HD actually pretty fast. So the thing I would have to wait for was the processing. The processing took longer than the upload, which is, it was so speedy. I miss it so much. Oh, that beautiful, like never a hitch, never a problem uploading anything. Like the bottleneck was like how like the bits you could transfer and upload on Twitch's end. Oh, It was glorious. Lovely. I miss it so much. I miss my speed. Beautiful speed. Never had. I think we never dropped frames. Like never did. You know when I oh you know when I did drop frames? When I was packing everything up and I had to do it on Wi-Fi and I wasn't hard into my modem. Then I dropped a couple of frames when I was like Wi-Fi from when I was getting ready to move here. Oh, I miss it so much. It was so nice. Anyway, I got a new computer coming. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for all the games to run. I was like, it's very silly. I was like, oh, I got to transfer files. That's going to be annoying. Oh, I got to like download a bunch of stuff and like remember what I need and get like oh, I got to like put on different codecs and stuff for some of the projects I do and all that stuff. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to re-download. Like I'm gonna have to figure out. What I'll end up doing is taking a screenshot probably of all of the mods that I currently have downloaded in like Vortex Mod Manager for Nexus for like Fallout 4, a game I haven't played in like 2 months, but I know I'm gonna want to play Fallout 4 on my new computer, which is not like a test or anything. I just think it would be like I'm like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do that. Thanks, Pat. Now I want a new PC. Harold, I'm sorry. Um, certainly those are not my intentions. I'm not going to panel line this because it's a backpack. Who cares? Oop, no, we don't want that too much. There we go. That's better. I do apologize, Harold. And I know a few other people were also like, were telling me like, I'm thinking about it, and it's like, yeah, I know. Maybe it's time, folks, for people to upgrade. It's been a long time since I bought a pre-built. I used to have this was before I built my two computers ago, maybe 3 computers ago. I had a work laptop that was really, really great. There's a very brief period where they were doing that at my job. So I was like, I just bought like a $300, like a $200, $300 like PC at like Circuit City or Best Buy or something. It was just like garbage. It was basically just like terrible. And then it was just like, all right, well, I think I should buy a real computer at this point. And I did end up eventually building that one in 2011. And then the computer I built in 2011, I had until like 2016 maybe. I had that way too long. Like that 970 that I have now was in there, and that was like overkill in that computer because I had a 660 in there for a very long time. And then my computer was kind of dying, and then I ended up building a new one, which worked out great, and that's the one I'm currently have now, which I have loved. This has been a very good computer. It's just time for it to go into somebody else's house and become somebody else's good computer, and it will for a while, especially when I like put in a new hard drive, or wipe this SSD that I have here and do a fresh installation of Windows on there. That's going to be good. It'll be real good. And they'll get a lot of use out of it. It's going to be, for them, a very big upgrade. Epic World says, I looked at Newegg, but my only concern is I don't want all the RGB lighting. Yes, so, as I said, the PC, the cooler, and the 3 fans in the front, and I believe the 4th fan on the back, for what I've purchased, all have RGB, which I'm not, yes, it does. I'm not pleased about. But the lights that I've seen, I saw like people post their photos in there of like their reviews, and yeah, like I saw a lot of like just red monstrosities that I definitely don't want, or like blue, but I'm like, no, I don't really want that either. And like the fan on the cooler, I just want to put all of that. I'm really hoping I can just turn all of that off, or have it like be like a white, like a very pale white. That would be fantastic. That would be rad, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But yeah, I ended up picking it up on Newegg because they do, often have deals, and because they're buying like in bulk from some people, and Their returns are often good, although I would say if you're going to buy anything like opened or refurbished from them, I wouldn't count on getting that, because that's currently what's happening right now. Is um, uh, Gamers Nexus, the dude from there, they had bought a motherboard that was open case, and so it had been, apparently checked by someone, and then they went to return it because it came late, or they didn't end up using it, and then it got rejected because there was pins that were bent or something. Something had happened, and it got rejected, and they were like, "We didn't use this. How did this pass in the first place?" And it became a whole thing because there's a big presence, and they were like, hey, what's happening here? So it became a whole fucking thing. It's a big fucking thing right now. That I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy like a refurbished system. Probably just like somebody had said, like, oh, you can still sell your graphics card used, and I was like, yeah, but I don't want to do that for somebody. Like, I don't know. Like I've kept it clean, but like, I'm gonna give it to a family member with the understanding that I'm now going to become their tech support. But like, this computer has had minimal problems, and any problem it's had has been pretty lately, and it should be fixed with a fresh install and another thorough cleaning. I do clean quite a bit, but it does occasionally get things get caked in dust and all that, and uh, I might want to add like another one. Newegg also took advantage of people being desperate to try and buy new video cards by making them buy a bundle with a power supply that catches fire. I mean, look, it is not Newegg's fault that those, like, it is the manufacturer of those power supplies that catch on fire fault that those fucking things do. It is Newegg's fault that they force bundles on people. Yes, forcing bundles on people that are desperate is definitely shady and not good at all. I don't disagree with you. Uh, but a PC of equal value for me, anyway, on Amazon was like $400 more, probably, because this one was, as I said, on sale, and not even like rebates. There's no rebate involved in this shit. I don't have to worry about like mailing a thing out or waiting some months or anything like that. It was just like, yeah, if you want, you can get it. I mean, depends on how much Newegg knew. Yeah, Lastbrook, you're not wrong. If Newegg knew ahead of time that those power supplies were faulty, then of course that is egregious and criminal. But I don't know. I do not know. I've not done the research on if they were aware of what was happening there. All right, then we got to put stickers on this. Stickers 11 and 12. Of course, unfortunately, we do have to do some color correcting stickers. I say unfortunately, I don't like color correcting stickers. I don't, but I understand that we're doing a color correcting sticker here instead of this being like $15 more for a high grade to like have all these parts be exactly the right colors. So I don't mind it too much. And as I said in my friend Jason, aka Bad Gunpla stream, he was doing a completely horrendous robot girl kit that was awful looking and apparently like was like a pain in the ass to put together and felt terrible and looked terrible. And I'm like, I complain sometimes about the old Bandai like color correcting stickers. Like, if this is my biggest problem, I don't have a lot of problems when it comes to model kit building. There's a local computer shop that custom builds PCs. I'm going to go talk to you before doing something online and risking it being busted during shipping. Yes, Epic World, that also is an issue, especially with them, like, with this particular computer being, like, out of stock right now. I mean, I expect it to come back into stock, but, like, yeah, I could run into an issue with shipping. I am getting something from California to South Carolina. I am taking some risks. There is no, there is a computer store around here, but I don't even know if they do pre-builds, but they like their business model. This computer business model is convincing older people that they need them to do stuff for them. We California boys are careless. My mom was doing like my mom went in to like get something. She needed a Wi-Fi card. She wanted a Wi-Fi adapter for her laptop, and she called me because they were trying to sell her a bunch of shit for her laptop, and then also were trying to sell her on monthly maintenance for her laptop. And I was like, no, no, mom, don't do any of that. So no, you don't need to monthly bring in your computer to your guys or whatever. I was like, no, 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 no. None of that sounds right. I see you once a year. I'll do maintenance on your computer. Hey, happy Patter Day to you. Welcome. No, my big thing was I was like, no, mom, I'll clean up files on your computer. Don't worry about that. I put CC Cleaner on there for you. Just run CC Cleaner every now and again to get rid of the cookies that are slowing down you visiting your websites, and that is all she needed. Uh, that's okay, mom. Everything will be fine. Uh, so yeah, like I said, they're the only local computer store. I don't even know if they do custom parts, but I think their business plan is shady in a way that I was like, no thanks. Should we panel line this or we put it all together? Let's panel line once we all put it all together. Let's try to get this backpack together here. We need to build 2 sets of parts here. So yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say about me building a computer. Um, if you haven't been following me on Twitter, that's okay. First, but secondly, if you haven't been checking me on Twitter, I've been posting my dinner basically every day. Um, as like a project, just like hey, I'm making meals for myself. I only do that like every day for many days when my folks are out of town, which they currently are. So I've been doing some cooking and just kind of been like, hey, here's what I've been cooking, uh, which includes yesterday I made a tater tot casserole, which I have never made before, and I did not use a recipe. I just looked at some recipes online and kind of like put together what I wanted in a tater tot casserole because I had all the ingredients that I wanted to use. And those ingredients are here's the cooking instructions if you want to make a tater tot casserole Pat Bear style. First, you got to get yourself a pound of ground beef, like 80-20, probably good. You're going to brown that beef with a medium sized onion with a rough chop, not diced, like really thin. I would say do a rough chop because I like to chew on a piece of onion in there. It's not just for the onion flavor. I think texturally it's nice to have in there. So you're going to take that, you're going to brown that together. You're going to drain it to get rid of the excess grease. And then you're going to put that into a mixing bowl, a big bowl. And then you're going to take, oh, almost put these on wrong. Put them there. You're going to take 2 cups of a vegetable. If they are frozen vegetables, you want to let those vegetables thaw before you're adding them in. Traditionally, you might use string beans, or you might use green beans, I should say, or corn is which I use. Peas, perhaps, because it is very similar to a shepherd's pie. Harold just says, I just realized my computer is almost 7 years old. Yeah? Okay, there you go. Your spaghetti from earlier this week looked really good. That was a good spaghetti. Yeah, I was very happy with that particular. That came out pretty perfect. So yeah, in the bowl, you're gonna add that stuff. You're gonna do half a cup of grated cheddar cheese, a little Worcestershire sauce for taste and some flavoring, and then you're going to salt and pepper to taste, and a can of condensed cream of mushroom soup. Now, an important thing to note is season as you go, but please remember the thing that I forgot. A thing that I wish I hadn't forgot, which is condensed cream of mushroom soup is very fucking salty. So you don't need to salt your ground beef while you're cooking it with your onion, even though it's very tasty. You don't need to add salt to your mixture before you spread it in your baking dish, casserole dish. You don't really need to add salt. You could probably add salt later if it feels it. But that cream of mushroom soup is so much fucking salt in it. You can put garlic in this if you want. I didn't. You can put more Worcestershire sauce than I did in there if you want. I just put a dash in. Um, you could flavor it with whatever. Majority of my PC is 6 years old. Case and video card are newer. Last work that I mean, newer graphics card is definitely going to help you there. All right, so B8 and then B19. Okay, so then you what do I do? Oh, you spread out your mixture, then you top it with 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese, and then you put the tater tots on top. That's important because you want the tater tots to brown. So you put the tater tots on there, basically filling your whole thing. Make sure that your cooking dish has been greased either with cooking spray or butter or lard, I guess, if you want to go that route. Never have lard in this house, so I did not use that. And then you're going to take that, you're going to put it in a preheated 350-degree oven for like 50 minutes until the tater tots are like crispy on top. And then plate it, serve it, have a side of ketchup if you need that, or barbecue sauce or marinara sauce or whatever you want to do. It's really fucking good and is really, it's a nice, look, is tater tot casserole a heavy fucking dish? Yes. It will put meat on your bones, as they say. It'll stick to you. But it is very tasty and very hearty. And I'm looking at some fucking cold ass weather coming in here on Monday. It's going to be real cold. So I'm looking forward to it. Basically, I had enough for dinner yesterday. Another meal in the fridge, and then probably 2 more meals total that I have in the freezer. So looking like I'm gonna be good for a little while. Today I just made some rice and peas and cut up a pork chop and then diced that up and some pork gravy, and that was good. That was really tasty. I thought I was gonna get takeout tomorrow because I haven't done takeout in a bit, or delivery, I should say. I was thinking about doing delivery, but then I remembered tomorrow's the fucking Super Bowl, right? So I'm not going to get food delivery tomorrow because that's going to be annoying, and I'm sure that Spotify is going to jump the price on a bunch. Not Spotify. Spotify is going to jump the price probably. But what I meant to say was I'm sure that Seamless is going to jump the price for Super Bowl Sunday. You ain't getting food tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Super Bowl, Monday's Valentine's. Delivery is going to be busy. Yes, also delivery will be busy on Monday. Yeah, so I probably won't get delivery until, and then Tuesday I'm going out to lunch because I got to go to the post office to mail some stuff, and the post office is across the street from an Arby's. So I'm not going to get takeout till or delivery till like next week end probably, which is fine. I don't need it, but I did want it. Beef and Cheddar Tuesday, indeed. Indeed. So yeah, what did I take out to defrost? Did I take anything out? I haven't taken anything out to defrost yet for tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow, you know what I'll do? I'll just have my leftovers that are in the fridge of that oh no, I'll wait another day. I don't know. Sorry. That was a jumbled mess of words coming out of my mouth. I got burgers in there, and I got chicken. You know what? I'm going to do chicken. I made barbecue sauce this week. So I have homemade barbecue sauce, and I have a chicken breast in there. So I am going to do some baked chicken in barbecue sauce, in my homemade barbecue sauce. That's what I'll do tomorrow. That sounds great. Now, am I going to, the real question is, do I do like a barbecue chicken sandwich? Like shred it? Do I put that chicken in the slow cooker? Or do I just do a chicken? Yeah, I'll probably just do a chicken breast. I don't know. I have egg, I have breading. Do I want to fry? I don't want to fry chicken. I was like out loud, I'm like, do you want to fry chicken tomorrow? I don't want to fry chicken tomorrow. It's just like a lot. I'm not going to do that. What I'll end up doing most likely is just okay, so this goes in here. That goes in like that. No, how does this part work? This goes here. Oh, I'm missing a piece that I didn't put in yet. I'm like, why is this doesn't seem like this is gonna work? And it's because it wouldn't. I didn't put on the part that I need to put on. Um, da duh. Uh, so yeah, that's all cooking shit. That's just my cooking stuff that I want to talk to you about. Let's see what else we got here. Old Timey Computer Show is a Twitch channel. Old Timey Computer Show is unbelievably great. It is always in 420p, even if it's like something that was done higher res, they downscale it so that it fits with the vibe, which I love. And the vibe of it is old video game like content, like demos, recruitment stuff, stuff from the internet, PC stuff, and what they were showing last night was um, the 1999 Webby Awards hosted by Mark Maron. And this award show was, I believe, in New York and is kind of ridiculous to watch. It's kind of incredible to watch. So, what are we getting? What are we getting with our award show here? Well, you're getting Mark Maron telling jokes. There are no presenters. Mark Maron is the host and the presenter of every award. So he reads the nominees, says the winner, walks off for a little bit as someone comes up to give. If you may remember for the Webby Awards, because they're still doing them. If you win the award, you only have like 5 words you can say to keep the speeches short, which I think is brilliant. Anyway, the person wins the thing, takes their acceptance speech, which is a couple seconds, leaves. Mark doesn't do stand up for every category or every award, but he does it for a lot of the awards, and legitimately like gets some fucking laughs. Like he gets a few like, oh, I think I lost you guys, like has to like recover. But Mark Maron does a like pretty damn good job of this like nonsense award show. It was really fun to watch because there was like one person in chat. There were like, I don't know, 30, 40 people watching with me, and one person in chat kept making predictions and they were always wrong, and it was fucking awesome. So here's the thing about the Webby Awards. It'll be like best travel website, and then the nominees will get read, and then you're just going to see a static photo of a website from 1999 of like, here's what Travelocity looked like in 1999. What did Amazon.com look like in 1999? Watch this thing if you want to see. And it's like this weird, beautiful time capsule. And then like they'll say the winner, and then someone will come up and there'll be like a clip of like a person saying something random about it. And then they just move on to the next category. And it's just like very weird. Most of the time they're just like a joke or like a reference to their website or like whatever, and then there like there are some websites that didn't send anybody. The thing I liked the most about this was who like what awards weren't big enough a deal to say that night, because like the Emmys have like the technical Emmys or whatever, and they'll do the award show stuff and they'll say like these were given out before the ceremony. The Onion won best humor site, and they did it. The Onion, who at the time was in Chicago, but they had people that were in New York. Like some of the one of the head writers was still in New York in '99, or had moved to New York in '99. So they could have gotten somebody from there to come accept, but they were like, that's not going to be a big enough draw. Is like best film. Oh, also IMDb won best film website in 1999. It's such a weird blast from the past. It's one of my that was so fun to watch. It's also, like I said, one of my favorite channels to just check out. That just you can go in there and check out the schedule. They have a website that lists like what's coming up and all that. If you're interested in Old Timey Computer Show, and I'll put this in chat. The name of it. You can check that out. I think if I do SO. Yeah, I gave it a shout out. You can check out Old Timey Computer Show at twitch.tv/Old Timey Computer Show. Yeah, hell yeah. I don't use the shout out that often, so it's cool to use. All right. So we can put that on there. And then it goes like that. Oops. And this goes in here. But yeah, I recommend it. I think it is a silly or silly streaming thing that you should check out. Daily Dwarf is done. I'll say that. My week-long experiment, Monday through Friday of this week, I streamed here at 1 p.m. Eastern time and played Dwarf Romantic or Dwarf Romantique, still don't know, every day for like an hour and change. And it was really fun. Thank you to everybody that stopped in. I know a few of you did. I know some of you couldn't, and I understand that. But thank you for everyone that did stop in to check it out. And we had a couple people that I haven't seen in a little while that can't really watch the weekday streams come in, which was very fun to see some old familiars. And we had a few random people that I don't know that came in, and it was nice. It was also fun to go and raid some people that I don't normally get to raid because they don't stream. They rarely stream in the evening. Like, it's very rare. Usually it's like, oh, they were busy with a big project, so now they're streaming. So I get to hang out with them. But that is, like I said, very rare that they spend any time with my like at night for this kind of thing. So that was fun. It was cool to do it. I'm not gonna change any of my current streaming. I have no plans to change my streaming schedule to do any streams on like a weekday in the afternoon instead of the evening. Again, no plans for that. But it's nice to know that I could get a few people to come check out. I mean, obviously, it wasn't my model kit building; it was games. Yeah, I was happy I did it. I definitely felt the need to experiment with afternoon in a kind of safe way that didn't involve like my bread and butter, which is model kit building. It felt very weird to stream twice in one day because I did that 3 times. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I streamed 2 times, and that's weird. Like, we often stream or we often raid Xandra, and she often does like afternoon and evening streams, and that's just that felt weird. Streaming, like, it felt weird to be like, oh yeah, I got to stream again. I don't know. That was an odd feeling. Usually I'm one and done, and I'm out, and we just like we do it and then we go. So anyway, overall, I thought it was fun. I think I got better at Dwarf Romantique. I certainly got better at explaining it because there'd always be somebody new that want to know what the game was. So yeah, I mean, that Wednesday stream, or no, it was Thursday stream where we ran into the dreaded, like, I had like just a really bad run. Kept running into like the worst possible tile combination. Oof, that was bad. But overall, it was fucking fun. And yeah, nice to do. Weird to also stream in the daytime because this room gets a lot more light than the other room that the bedroom that I normally record out of, the stream out of. So, but whatever. In this room, I'm wired in, and I don't spend all my time in a bedroom, which is nice. I get a little bit more room in here, so I do genuinely enjoy this over streaming in that room. Although it is cold, definitely colder in here. I don't love that. I would say I definitely prefer the warmth I get in that room, especially with with my computer kicking out some heat. It dissipates in here, but it doesn't dissipate it as much in that room. All right, we're almost done panel lining this. Our wings here. We can do that. Oh, I do have a stand. I should say I got a stand here so that we can pose this, especially for the transformation, which we will be doing because it does have the transformation. So let me clean this up, and then we will get into talking about anime and manga, and I will do my ad read thing, talk about ways you can support the channel and various websites you can go look at and some videos. Let's see. Just want to check this out. Oh, Got a nice like there. Appreciate that. That's nice. Check my messages. All right. So we got this backpack that goes on here. There's also a connector that goes on here that we don't need. The only new part on this kit is the connector, other than the stickers. But we don't need to worry about the connector for this. But we are body complete here, so we can put it on the stand while we build the shield and guns, so that we can do that. See there. Got our wings and things. Oops. Oh no. Get on there. Oh, this one wing keeps coming off here. That's fun. This is a kit for 2014. It's pretty good, but it does have things pop off on occasion. I don't love. Like the wings here. Sometimes like to pop off the connector because they have to be modular. They got to do some other stuff. So anyway, there's our wings. And you can see like that. There's our kit. Looking pretty good. We're not done yet. We got to build the shield, which is also the cockpit, and we got to build the guns, which we are going to do after a pause for the cause. I'm going to talk about ways you can support the channel. Oh, this got up here. God damn it. All of what I'm about to talk about here is optional. None of these are things you need to necessarily do, but if you would like to support me while I'm doing this, you're more than welcome to. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber, let's throw the Bear Cave Lego Scythe the mode in the chat. Let the people know that you are a subscriber. If you have the Scythe emote, that means you are a tier 2 subscriber, which is rad. If you have the Lego and the Bear Cave, then you are a regular old tier 1 subscriber, and I appreciate you very much for doing that. Subscribing is the easiest way possible to support what I do here. It means a lot. I appreciate it. If you're not able to, I get it. I understand that. You could gift a sub. You could join the gift sub leaderboard like Aristofan. And gift subs, is another way to support what I do here. We are currently at 44 out of 50 subscribers. Would love to get up to 50. That is always the goal, is to be at 50. So if you would like to subscribe or gift a sub, you could do that. Bits and coins, also always appreciate it. None of these things are necessary, but they are things that would be cool. Now, alternatively, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear, a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. If you are currently a patron at the $3, $5, or $10 tier, make sure you go check out. I put a poll up today for those tiers to pick what I play on Wednesday. Normally it's the second Wednesday of the month, but I made it the third Wednesday of the month this month because I did the my anime awards stream. Right now you can pick between finishing or picking up where I left off in Paparazzi, Jackbox Party Pack 8, or Pokemon Fire Red Randomizer, which I haven't played in like 2 months, and I don't remember where we were, except I remember I was lost. So that's fun. But Paparazzi will pick up where I left off, and Jackbox Party Pack 8, and I would be thrilled to play any of those. I think we got to locate at least one more location to go to in Paparazzi. So check that out. Vote if you haven't. If you are a patron over there. If you'd like to become a patron, please consider it. $1, $3, $5, and $10 tiers are the different ones. Now, I do have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. And of course, checking out my YouTube is free. But if you would like to become a member there for $2 a month, you get the videos that I put out on Wednesday, which this year is the Do You Remembaer series, where I read an article and then do my best to verbatim talk about as much from that article as possible, record myself, and I think it's pretty fun. You can get that on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. So check out my YouTube channel and subscribe if you have. Hey, just subscribe to it for real. Just for reals, just subscribe to it for free. Let's see. We got that. Also, direct donations. If monthly does not work for you, but you would like a one-time to help me out, you can do a one-time donation. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, and AdSense, and also memberships, Patreon, and of course through Twitch, goes into buying model kits and equipment. Consider supporting me that way. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for even considering that. This kit was purchased off my wish list by me, but there are other kits that I could buy, or you could buy one. I have an Amazon wish list. Anything that's bought on the wish list jumps the queue, and we'll get its own separate little video on YouTube about it, an unboxing video basically, called the Build With Baer mailbag. I open up the mailbag when people buy stuff off my wish list. I have inexpensive stuff that's available for pre-order, stuff that is, yeah, pretty low in price, stuff that is expensive, all kinds of different things in there. And like I said, you buy it, comes to me stuff that has Amazon Prime shipping, stuff that doesn't have Amazon Prime shipping. At the very bottom, I have equipment. I have included in that equipment some a little lighting box thing that is USB powered. That is good for is a square mount that would hopefully help my lighting, and also would be small and easy to travel with. So when I eventually leave this place, I can take it with me. And then that would be nice. It wouldn't help for like green screen stuff, but it would definitely help for like just me in general being not lit so much by my monitors. Like the lighting I have in this room is not great, as you can see. I'm pretty washed out. But that is mostly because of I now have 3 monitors going. So consider it. If that's something you would like to do, you can buy something there. Both equipment and that, as I said, shoot a video. And then USA Gundam Store is my alternative to my Amazon wish list. You buy a gift card there, send me a code. I will then use that code and buy something from USA Gundam Store. Pre-order or just something that's in stock. That's my alternative, because it's nice to have alternatives. If you haven't already, join my Discord. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? You can find all of this in the show description below the video. If you're watching this on a VOD here on Twitch, what's up, VODers? You can find all of these links in the chat, so just pop that over. I know it's weird sometimes to watch VODs with chat because you want to type something in, but you can't because it happened in the past. But check that out. That has happened to me a bunch. It's very weird and disorienting. A couple of videos for you to check out. I got a new one on Monday. I recorded on Wednesday, but it comes out on YouTube on Monday. A new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club. So the previous one is my anime top 10 list for 2021. And if you'd rather read that than watch the video, you can go over to giantbomb.com and check it out there. The folks at Giant Bomb did allow me to write my top 10 list. Very pleased about that, so I include that in this here, but that'll be the last time I talk about that. And then Do You Remembaer? On Thursday, we had so few people, and we were like, I don't know, I got into some topic and realized it was way past 10, so I didn't mention this, but the video I put up this Wednesday, I think is one of my best Do You Remembaer? It's a new series. It's February, so it's a new series, but it's good. I talked about Humpty Doo, Australia. There's a place called Humpty Doo, Australia, and I had to talk about it because it's named Humpty Doo. And then somebody, and I was like, Humpty Doo is a real place. And somebody who follows me, this is not a random person, someone who follows me replied and said, yes, that's like some amount of miles away from where I grew up. So I have somebody who is Australian who follows me on the Twitter was like, yes, I have been to this place that you are referencing here. And that blew my mind that there's somebody who follows me on Twitter that has been to Humpty Doo, Australia. So I talked about the history of Humpty Doo. Here's a fun fact about Humpty Doo. They don't have anybody notable. No one notable has ever been there. The closest thing they have is a professional wrestler for a very brief time was hailed from there, but wasn't. They weren't even fucking Australian. So check that out. That was what they're like notables. A guy claimed he was from there. That's their best bet. That was very funny to me. All right, so we're going to talk about some manga and some anime. We'll start with a manga. This actually is a manga series. That's pretty okay. That's 5 chapters in. I'm also going to drink a little water, and then we're going to get into the manga, and then we'll get into the anime, and I'm going to hopefully finish this kit up. We got some stuff to finish up. I'm going to drink a little water here. So we'll get into that. Yeah, so hold on. Let me hit the dramatic transfer button. I couldn't think of the word transition, and so I said transfer. That's not right. Anyway, let's build guns, I guess. on this. We got to put some guns on this kit. Put some guns on it. And I'm going to talk to you about the manga. I'm a D-rank adventurer. For some reason, I got recruited into a hero party, and now the princess is stalking me. This is not an isekai. Is it based on a light novel? Of fucking course it's based on a light novel. It's called I'm a D-rank adventurer. For some reason, I got recruited into the hero party, and now the princess is stalking me. Again, we don't. Only 5 chapters in on this. Haven't met the princess yet. I assume one of the characters we have met is actually secretly the princess, but right now I don't know that to be true, although of course it would be. Anyway, there's a very funny thing here. There are a bunch of heroes out there, and the attack hero, which is kind of like a boring name anyway, she has approached a D-rank adventurer, and she's like, hey, I know you. I know who you are. You saved me a few years ago. This guy's in his 20s. She's like 16 or whatever. She's like, you saved me a few years ago when I was a little kid. When you were like an upstart young adventurer. I'm now the hero. I want you to join my party. And our hero, our main character, is like, no thanks. I'm good. I'm a D-rank adventurer, and that's where I want to stay. And she's just like, what? He's like, yeah, but you're, like, whatever. I've been waiting to have you. You're like, you're not a D-rank adventurer. You're very strong. You saved my life. You're like, I thought you were going to defeat the demon lord. That's what you said you were off to do. Well, it turns out our main dude did have plans to one day defeat the demon lord. He started off as a young man of like 14, whatever, like a young teen. And he went out there, trained really hard, learned everything he needed to learn, and saved a bunch of people along the way and was destined to do this. And you're like, oh, cool, that was his destiny, right? No. He had a very kind of selfish reason. He was like, look, once I defeat the demon lord, then I'll be like king of a place, so they'll like make me an important person somewhere, and then I could just like take it fucking easy and retire, because I'll have worked really hard and done something that people think is impossible, and so then I'll just be living on easy street, which doesn't seem right. And you're listening to me say that, and you're like, no, once you become king, it's even more work. Arju did not understand that. So once he figured out, oh yeah, this is actually going to be a lot of hard work, he was like, new plan. Instead of defeating the demon lord, I'm going to disappear, and then I'm going to reinvent myself as like a D-ranked warrior, or adventurer, I should say, and I'm just going to, sure, I'll save people along the way, but like my focus is going to be living it up, making just enough money so that I can survive and like feed myself, but I'm going to lay low. I'm not going to like, put myself out there. I'm going to chill. So that was his plan. But he ends up taking this quest because he needs some money. And he gets like a pretty easy quest to go do it. And he ends up on the same quest with the hero. And she's just like, I'm not taking no for an answer. So he's getting roped into this. And then there's a kidnapping involved and some evil people. And we get to finally see by like chapter 4 and 5, like we already knew this. We're getting to now see, oh, this dude's actually like legitimately very strong, because he had to be. Also, there's another person in the party that it's very clear that he also saved her life at some point. I don't think she's recognized him yet, but she's searching for the dark-haired hero of her, who like she had met, and it's very clear that's him, and he's like, yikes, that's me. And that's going to be basically the plot of this manga, is that like he's going to keep running into these, along the way, he must have saved a bunch of girls who are now very important. Maybe there'll be guys too, but probably not. That he has saved along the way, and they're all going to be like enamored with him and want him to join their quest. And he's going to be like, I don't want to do that. how about we do other things, but he'll of course still end up saving the day and helping people, because how could he not? Um, he's also like very, like I said, because he did train to defeat the Demon Lord, so he is really strong. Like he is an overpowered main character. I'm sure he'll run into some issues, but for the most part, right now he is run into no issues at where I've left off. It's fine. I would describe it as fine. If you were looking for an overpowered main character going about their business, doing their thing, not really worried about anything, mostly worried about like, oh, this beautiful young woman is like annoying me by wanting me to join her on her quests. Like that's his biggest problem, is that like, this girl keeps asking me to do stuff. It's like, okay, that's not really a problem, my guy. Oh, I gotta build one of these. Then we gotta build the other one. We built one gun. Now we gotta build basically the same gun. These connect together. You can do it with one hand. You know how this works. We'll probably do it together so that we can have the shield. And yeah, I'll do that. We'll probably do that. And of course, we got our beam sabers. I'll show you a beam saber here. We got green. This green I think goes really well with the colors of this kit. Anyway, that was the manga I'm reading. It's fine. Like I said, I would describe it as like, okay, sure. Let's talk about Slow Loop. We got 3 anime to talk about. The first one is Slow Loop, as I said. I wish this was better. It's the only slice of life I'm watching this season, and I wish I liked it more than I do. That's not fair. I guess, in other words, Sketch is a slice of life. I guess I would call it that. I don't know. But so this is one of the slice of life I'm reading or watching right now. And as I said, it's perfectly fine. This is perfectly acceptable of a series. It's nothing really to write home about. It's cute. I wish it was cuter. I wish there was a little less drama. There you get into the drama there that I'm like, I'm not super into this drama. But it's still fun. It's just not exactly what I would hope for. Can I put these things in there? Yeah, I love doing this. Putting our beam sabers in the peg ports so we can have a photo with them. All right, let's build the other gun we need here. Big rifles, and then we'll build a shield, and then we will take a photo and then transform it and then take another photo, and then depending on the time, either I will start the Helios or I will just show you what I'm working on for Monday, which will be a Lego set, and then the Helios is definitely the next model kit I'm working on, but I do have the Baer Lego set for Valentine's Day to put together. Strongest Sage with the weakest Crest. Okay, so halfway through this show, they are picking up steam. This thing moves. Here's a weird thing that happens with this show. They skipped a bunch of stuff from the manga, which is fine. But then they reference it in flashbacks. Like, we've barely met his older brother who tried to bully him when he was growing up. And of course, it didn't work because Mattias is incredibly strong. He was born with what they considered a weak crest. So he was attempted bully. His brother just like could never understand that. No. Your younger brother is way stronger than you, dude. Like, no, this isn't gonna work, friend. This ain't it. This ain't it, chief. But they keep like referencing that because there are still people that hold a prejudice to Matty, who at some parts seems to forget that. Like, there are times where he's just like, what are you even saying, man? Like, I was like, oh, that's right. People think that this is a weak crest. I forgot about that. Which I kind of appreciate. Anyway, they defeated a bunch of demons and monsters, and it was a big fight, and it was a good fight. again, this is comfort food. There is nothing difficult or stressful about this show. This show is like an overpowered main character who got reincarnated and is just never sweating, never having a problem, never worried about anything, just like gonna fucking take care of business. Um, it is. I think he's a nicer person than like the misfit at the demon lord, like whatever demon academy, demon king academy or demon lord academy. Like he's definitely a nicer person than that guy. Because he's also like in his previous life he never worked with a party. He never a party, so he really does appreciate the people that are working with him, which I like. I like that he is and he's taking responsibility to teach magic. Yeah, and I look. Strongest Sage with the weakest crest does have Iris, who is a dragon who is now in humanoid form, and she is very fun and like enjoyable to watch. Uh, yeah, and they're leaving school. If you were like, oh no, is this like a school arc where he's like, no, he's done with school. He was teaching at that point, but he is done with school, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, I'm gonna take a photo with these two guns, and then we'll do a photo with the because having the two guns like this is fun to look at, and then we'll do a photo with the shield once I build that. So let me just take a photo here real quick. Try to get this photo in. Sorry, photo time. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah. Cool. And then pop off one of these guns here. Pop this up. Connect it like that. And boom. Double. Got the double gun. And then we will build the shield, which is also, of course, later will be the cockpit in the Neo Bird form. The last thing we're going to talk about is how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. We are finally dealing with most of the romance like subplot stuff. There's still going to be plenty of that. Like this one, this has been pretty heavy on that. And now you're ready to destroy some colonies. Indeed, we are. Yeah, I still like this show. I still believe that the first half of it, which was the part one, which hit my top 10 list. I still think that was accurate. I'm not going back on that. I don't. I'm not loving this second half as much. I think the politics are good in that not that it's got good politics and that like the conversations that are happening, I think are interesting and where they're going. There's some hard decisions that come with this. They're doing some stuff from the light novels that I haven't read because I've only read the manga, so that's been kind of interesting. So overall, I would say like it's good. It's good. Like it's not my favorite, but it's not like I'm not hating it. I'm not hating on it. Well, that's what we need. The black parts there. Again, like I said, not my favorite show this season, which is a shame. I think I preferred the first half that came out last year better, but it's still good. I think Soma is still a unique and interesting character because he is trying his best, but also he is a practical uh, isekai character, and he's like using his knowledge more than he's using like amazing, incredible, overpowered abilities. He does have some abilities. He is not without them, but it's not the focus. So I don't know. I like it. And that is all I want to say about that. I played a lot of Door for Romantique this week. Now it's part of the show, stream. If you have anything you've been watching or anything like that, I talked about old timey um, uh, watching that. I did watch quite a bit on that YouTube channel or Twitch streams. Um, let's see what I've been playing. Yeah, I've been playing Hearthstone. We got a mini set coming out soon, and one of the cards in the mini set is an 8-drop. If it is the only minion in your deck, you can your entire deck gets replaced with stuff from duels, like treasures from duels. So cards that are completely broken, that are not meant for standard or wild, can be played. So I assume people are going to play like decks that don't have any minions or only have one minion that helps tutor that minion, uh, in an attempt to play it really early, and decrease its cost, because 8 mana is too much mana, but also completely ruining your deck and then giving you a bunch of overpowered cards that aren't going to be good. Sounds incredible, and so I'm very excited about that card. It is a dragon card, and it feels very broken and nonsensical. That's like one of the only cards. There's some stuff for the Demon Hunter class that looks good too, but that was the one that was like, yikes. Dirty watched some Red Green this week, and yep, it's still good as I remember. Oh, nice. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, folks, if you've been playing anything, if you've been watching anything, let me know. I wanted to do the Rumbleverse test. There was a Rumbleverse test today, for like testing the what do you call it? The like stress test for multiplayer. And I was meaning to do that, and then I had a phone call I had to take, and that took an hour and 50 minutes. So I did not do the test at all, because once that happened, I was like, I'm not going to go and try to do it for 10 minutes. So I missed the window. Hopefully I can do another network test in the future. I signed up to get the emails when those happen, so I would like to. This sticker fucking blows, my friends. This sticker is supposed to just like ride the line here all the way around the edge of this green, of this orange, and I'm just gonna give up on it at a certain point and just do the best I can. John said I'm going back to Shin Megami Tensei 5. Nice. Well, good luck on that. Hey, Lord Crashton, welcome. Happy to have you here. I did play the Rumbleverse test. It's fun, but didn't hook me. I definitely spent a lot of time just getting used to the controls, though. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to. To me, it wasn't worth jumping in for 10 minutes, because I was like, I'm not going to quite know how this whole thing works in 10 minutes, so I'm just going to jump in later, and I'll figure it out. I'll hopefully get it on the next stress test. But yeah, I was like, I'm good right now. But it did seem fun. Oops, what am I doing here? Got distracted. You can learn a poison mist attack, and I love it for that. Yeah, I imagine I look, if I was gonna build a character in there, like it would be like you can do a heavy set luchador with a Hawaiian shirt, and I'd probably do that. And jean shorts. They have jean shorts in there. So, like, they get it. They get what wrestling stuff they want to put in there and what wrestling stuff they don't need to worry about putting in there. And I can appreciate that. All right, so I put this on, and there's a piece there's two pieces that need to be on here before I put this part of the cockpit on. And my fear is when I pull this off, I'm going to pull the sticker that is barely on there anyway. So I'm trying to be very careful as I pry this apart. Hopefully not break anything on this. I really fucked this up. But learn from my mistakes. Don't just jump to a part because you're like, and this goes there, because there's pieces missing. I played a dozen or so hours this week and was out and put it down. I promise I'll finish it this week. All right. Well, I hope you do, John. Good luck to you on your Shin Megami Tensei completion project. And Dirty's been playing a bunch of Lost Ark otherwise. Okay, yeah, I haven't checked that out at all. That's not my style, really. I looked at it. I watched some people play it, but yeah, that's just not my jam. I'm glad it came out because I know that it was a long time coming. Aristophan is looking forward to games right now, Horizon and Elden Ring. Nice. Okay, I got that apart. Whew, got that apart. Great. Yeah. I hope all that goes real well for you. those particular titles, and you get to play the games you want to play. Um, I'm nearly done with the. Oh, that's right, Lord Christian. You playing Horizon Zero Dawn ahead of it. That's right. Uh, Nearly done with Horizon Zero Dawn with a few more main quests to go. I've learned what the title is referring to, so that's cool. Nice. Yeah, now you know. Um, I played a bunch more Bayonetta 2. That's right, last person playing Bayonetta 2. And just got to the part where I can do Chainsaw Man cosplay. There's a chainsaw weapon you can equip on all your limbs. I mean, of course there is. That sounds rad as hell. Of course they would do that. Why wouldn't they do something that sounds super cool? Did I put this on wrong too? Jesus Christ, Pat. You're malfunction right now. Building stuff wrong tonight. What's going on? Knowing is half the battle. You're not wrong. It is good to know things. Knowledge is power. All right, so this goes on like that. This connect like that. This goes on here because it has to extend out. So we got to do this first. This goes that, and it's upside down, which feels wrong. That's the real thing I keep forgetting, is that you building this up, like part of it is being built upside down because it flips over. That goes on like that. Then this piece goes on here. There's one more sticker I got to put on, which I haven't put on yet. And then the other part goes on there. And I keep forgetting how this is built because it's like a cockpit, but also shield, and it's weird. And then we had one last sticker to put on, and then we're okay. So like a second only to Revengeance of me, but that's because the Revengeance soundtrack whips ass. The Revengeance soundtrack does whip ass. Here's the problem, Lashbrook. You're gonna make me download Revengeance on my new computer next week. When I get my new computer, I'm gonna put Revengeance on there because Revengeance fucking rules, and I now I want to play it. I mean, I could play it on this computer and it'll be fine, but I'm not gonna like download it on this computer just to delete it a later, like right away, because I'm only gonna be using this computer again for another, week or so. I failed to see the problem. There you go. Live a Live releases July 9th. So set your calendars and countdowns. Indeed, John. That does sound like fucking cool. That'll definitely be something I, at very least, will check out. See who's streaming it. Because some of my retro friends will probably also want to play it, even though it's like a re-release. But I think some of the retro streaming friends that I have are also interested in it. All right, then this goes on like this. Great, we finished this. Now I can panel line it. Even though this is a different color scheme, I've mostly been like, it's not even like something that I've been paying attention to. But for whatever reason, this being a different color scheme really feels weird. Like this just feels wrong that this is like a different color scheme than the other parts of this kit. I don't know why, but it really does feel off. Ristafan says, Pat, did you ever try Vampire Survivors? I played it a few times, but I didn't really get into it. I never did. No, I did not check that out. I watched some people play. It didn't feel like something I wanted to check out. Like, it didn't feel like it was going to grab me. I still could at some point. Like, it's still a possibility that I might check it out in the future. But, yeah, it didn't really, like, it didn't jump out at me as like, oh, yeah, that's a must play. Pat's definitely going to be checking that one out. Hell yeah, I don't talk in third person that often. But yeah, that just didn't. It didn't strike me as something that I was dying to play. So I just never did. I've been pretty busy with some projects, so I haven't really gotten to it. I obviously was playing Dorf Romantique. I've been playing Hearthstone every day because that is still a game I enjoy playing every day. I played some Jackbox with friends yesterday. That was really fun. That was my early evening, and then, as I said, watch that Webby Awards. But yeah, for the most part, it was. I was thinking about Vampire Survivors, but just didn't get into it. All right. And Okay. All right, we are done panel lining this. Now I just need to clean it up. Uh, Came to two realizations today. Says dirty. I can't eat a grande burrito and large chips and queso anymore. I get you. I hear you. You know what happens. And two, my nephew's hill country genes are so strong. He has full chin strap beard in freshman year of high school. But he can't grow any mustache facial hair. Ah, nice. Uh, yeah. Hey, look, it comes in bits and spurts. Some people can do a mustache and they can do a goatee, but they can't do a Van Dyke like I do. Like there's nothing here. Like some people just don't have this spot. Like they can't connect it. It doesn't work. A friend of mine used to have the soul patch because everything else came in spotty, but the soul patch came in nice and was the same hair color, and everything else was really light. So he could never really do a beard. I need to shave, by the way. Overdue. I've been lazy about it. But so he had a soul patch basically out of necessity. And I always felt bad about that, but also it made me giggle. Power Wash Sim devs are teased another map in the next update this week's devlog post. Haven't read that yet, Lord Crashton. I'll have to read the post. I don't always like keep super close tabs on that stuff, but I do obviously, well, not necessarily obviously. I do want to know what they're up to because I do have a vested interest in that as a game that I really enjoy, and because they recently updated, the last update has Power Wash Simulator in that last update included the a new washer. I need to earn more money playing it to unlock accessories for that. So, the only way to do that is to play the game. I gotta get playing the game. All right, and then this is gonna go like this. Yeah. All right, now we got the shield on here. So we can take a photo of the double gun and the shield. They showed off the first skin for the Pro Washer. Oh yeah, that's right there. Yeah. I'm just waiting for when they will announce the date. I would love to know that too because I will be playing that on stream. Because I don't want to do Power Wash Simulator just to do Power Wash Simulator because I want to do it because there's like new stuff to do in it. Because I really like it, but I felt like we can wait for another update, and then that'll be a good Wednesday stream. I still don't know what I'm doing for the rest of this month. I mean, this Wednesday is Streamer's Choice, or Patreon's Choice, I should say, and then it's usually Streamer's Choice. And then the 23rd, I don't know what I'm doing the 23rd, because I originally thought that I was going to do a stream on the 23rd. I originally thought that was going to be my another cooking stream, but I'm not doing another cooking stream. Mainly because I got that new PC and I'm not putting that in the kitchen. I'm going to be focusing on that, but mostly it's because I didn't get the turnout I would have liked for that other stream, the first one I did, and like, thank you to everybody that watched, of course, but like, yeah, it's so much prep work to do a cooking stream, so I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I don't know what I'm going to do on the 23rd, my Wednesday stream there. It'll probably be, if something like comes in like second, if everybody's voting for Paparazzi, which is winning right now, then I'll play Paparazzi. But like if people end up voting for like something else as well, or and it's close, then I'll play whatever I didn't win. I guess I'll do that. All right, so this is this is a kind of neat. We don't always get this on for the Wing Zero. These like alternative legs here, these booster legs, are going to go on. Right, so that goes on like that, and that goes like that. Yeah. Yeah, we got these booster legs that we're building here, and we're going to take the rockets off the feet and switch them out. Which is neat. We'll build that. We are going to transform this into the, Neo Bird form, the flight mode, because it's cool to make the flight mode on this. We'll take the guns off this here. Pop those in later. Put that there. take the here, take the kit off the stand. You can see the kit there. Oops, popped apart. That's always fun. As I said, this is the 2014 high grade. It's not the best high grade I've ever built by any means, but it's a fine enough kit. Yeah, we got the different leg parts here that we're going to be putting together. Put this on. Yeah. And this is L, and this is going to be M. So we take the legs off. We're gonna pop this over here. We'll pop the this part off. It's there. Pop this off. Pop the leg out here. All right, so our legs come off, and then we pop the bottom rockets off because they reuse the rockets. I don't know why they reused the rockets. You could have just given us other rockets, but whatever. Because these have to come off, whoops, and fly away out of my hand. Thankfully, it landed on the table when it bounced. Because that would have been bad otherwise. Yikes. All right, so we're going to put that on there. There we go. That one didn't fly away. Put the legs aside. Pop these on here. I don't necessarily love the alternative legs or rockets. I'm not really a huge fan of that, but whatever. All right, so then while this is still out, whoops, still out like this, doesn't love to stay together. I have to probably put some blue tack in there to keep it all connected. Then we'll take this here, and these are going to go into the back parts of these legs. How does that look? Like, oh, it goes into that. All right, these pop in pretty easy, so that's nice. Into the same connector the feet were in. So this is the replacement of the legs, changes that up, and then turn it on the opposite there, and then we're going to, oh yeah, so it looks like this. Pop these down, and pop that back. All right, we did that. Then pull these out, pull these forward, rockets like that. Okay, and then gonna fly like this. Oh, wait, did this flip over? Do I have to turn these around? No. Sorry. Sometimes these like make a lot of sense, and I'm like, yeah, and then sometimes I should know how to do this at this point, but I don't always know how to do this at this point. All right, so that's gonna go like that. That's gonna pop off, which we don't want. All right, that. That. No, it's not like that. Sorry, y'all. Ah, like that. Okay. All right, and then the wings open up like this, and then fold down. And then the wings open up like this, and fold down like that. Go out. And then you take the front part here, and we got two guns here. So then these connect this part. Oops. That, which doesn't, like, some of these get like just stick them on like underneath or like on the wings. So I've always liked this part of the design of like, or like the first version of it just sits it underneath because it's only one gun, and they had the two for the Zero, and I do like that. Although technically the Zero came first, but because of the Zero system, no one could pilot it, and the other 5 kits, including the wing, were all based on the original Zero's design. I know, even though I say that the wing, the first one, it's Gundam 1. So you knew what I meant by that when I say that. That's what I mean when I say that. Zero Wing is, yes, Zero Wing is a good Gundam. You're not wrong, John. It's a very good Gundam. But yes, it did come first, but it's canonically because they built it, but like in the show, in the timeline wise, it came first, but in the build of the in the show, it's later. All right, so that went there, that went there, went there. Still don't think I have the legs looking good, but I don't think the legs ever look good like this. And then, oh, that's right, because I gotta turn it. That's why it doesn't look good. Because this has got to turn like this. Yeah, that looks better. That way the butt becomes the new pivot point, and then put it like that. Yeah. There it is. There is the wing. The transformations never look great. Sometimes they look good. Epion doesn't get enough love, John. I've been saying that. I did enjoy the master grade for the Epion is fine. It's been a long time since I built that. I would love an Epion real grade where its transformation didn't look like butt. It's hard because the transformation is just folded in half, and then the wings are there, and then I guess the feet are dragon heads. I guess. But it's tough. It's tough to love that kit. The kits, the actual mobile suit is fantastic. I love the Epion. It's got a beam like whip. I mean, it's not necessarily whip. Its tail is a whip, and then it's got and then it's got a beam sword that is connected because it's running off of like its main system. I love the Epion. All right. Well, that's what it looks like when it's built there. So it's really bendy. So I'm going to take a photo of that. Get a photo in there. There we go. And that's the Wing Zero. That was a fun build. And of course, then you just have legs and beam sabers and a backpack accessory so you can put other things on this backpack, which we'll be dealing with in the future. Let me take out the page that tells me what it wants me to do with this kit, because I've been doing that for every... I've been saving all of these pages just so that I can eventually build that, because that'll be a YouTube video where I take all the parts from all the kits and build the kit bash they recommend, and then it'll be my like Gundam Breaker Battle Log like kit bash series. And I'll do it, but I have to build all of them first. Like, I don't have the the urban combat type. No, I have that. The red frame inversion, which would be the chest for. I don't have the chest yet, so I can't build that. Let's see. What can I tell you about? Oh, I can tell you about this. I'll give you the preview. As we kind of we're not done yet, but we're wrapping up. The preview of what I'll be building next stream. Let's see. I want to take the wing and delete that. So I bought this Lego set. This will be the next thing that I build for Valentine's Day, which is Monday. I will be putting together this little bear, this bear friend here. This is the Valentine's brown bear. We'll do that so you can see it better. Valentine's brown bear. This box got its ass kicked in travel. Well, yeah, it is a 245 piece kit. Good little bear indeed. So we will be building this. I expect this to take a good chunk of Monday stream, not all of Monday stream probably. I love these like hearts. I think it's just really cute and fun. I picked this up like in January because it would have been very expensive if I waited. So I'm glad I got it when I did. And then when that's done, we will build the Helios, which is right there, which is another like pretty fucking cool Gundam. The Gundam Helios, I love. It's another like wing. It won the poll. My $10 patrons voted for it, so I'm building it. It's very similar to Wing in colors, but like the real Wing. But it looks cool, so I'm excited to pick that up. But the next kit we'll be building is this lovely bear Lego set. I'll have it all like set here with like I'll null everything on Monday before the stream starts, so we can just dive right into it. I'm not going to buy the Easter Bunny, probably. because I don't usually do an Easter stream or like, you know, Easter's always a Sunday. I don't usually, the day before Easter, I don't usually do a stream. But Valentine's Day is happening on Monday, and I felt like it would be fun to do a related, you know, something. I like doing the holiday Lego things. It's cute. I could put it with the child, which is right now on my dining room table because I don't use the dining room table. I eat in the kitchen table. The Basically, I take a photo of the food I'm cooking and then what I cooked for dinner, and then I just sit down and eat, and then post the photo usually after I'm done eating. Peek behind the curtain. But yeah, so I got this little friend. I like its little like hangout. Um, Very cute. I got a little bear to build. I'm gonna build. Hey, I'm gonna build a bear on Build With Baer. Pretty good. Pretty good. Uh, and then yeah, like I said, then I'll start the Helios. And that's gonna do it for our stream. We are gonna raid because we raid around here, as I always say. We end every stream with a raid, so come along for that. That's just a little litigious. Yes. We end with a raid. It is a cute bear. You're not wrong, Wrist fan. I think it's very cute. So we are going to end with a raid. That is how we end every stream. So come along with me as we go share some love with somebody doing something cool out there on the old internet. Who's streaming? Wiggins is playing Pokemon Red, the Pokemon game everyone's talking about. Uh, uh, so that's fun. We're gonna go hang out with Wiggins and see what they're doing. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Thank you for checking it out. We are wrapping up tonight, so thank you for the follow. I'll be back on Monday working on the Lego set and then starting a model kit. But we are going to go ahead and raid Wiggins because Matt rules, and it'll be cool to go hang out with him. He is playing Pokemon Red, as I said, the Pokemon game that everyone's talking about. So feel free to come along on this raid. Thanks so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you on Monday for Valentine's Day, a very special Valentine's stream where we'll be building that cute Lego set, and then more Gundam in the future. Hey, click that raid. Come with me, where it's going to be fun. Matt has a great community. He's playing a fun Pokemon game. That I think you'll have a good time. So come along. I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks everybody for being here. Have a great night. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.